Good morning, everyone. Well, as you may have noticed from the background, we are not in Mexico anymore. We actually had to make a trip up to Oregon to help out some family that's having some medical issues. So you'll be seeing some of that in some upcoming videos. So we have to continue with our story. And so in today's episode, we are trying to make it to Mexico, but we soon realized that our setup with our trailer and our truck is just not going to work. And so we have to make some adjustments before we can head to Mexico, but we do make it to Mexico in this episode, so get ready. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It really helps us out to grow the channel. So now it's time to get going. Hi, we're Dooglass and Esperanza, and like many of you, we feel like we've lived a blessed life with amazing family and friends. We've had many incredible adventures in the past, and we know the best memories aren't made when everything goes as planned. We've worked hard since we were young, and after seeing people around us taken before they could enjoy their lifetime of hard work, we decided to sell everything and make our dreams a reality so that we can live before we die. So we made it to El Centro, California, which is across the border from Mexicali, a little bit north of there. For today, I wore my Oasis shirt, and we didn't get out of the Oasis when we expected. We expected to be out by like 7 o'clock a.m. It took us almost till noon to get out of there. We had so much to do, so much to get ready in the trailer. So we drove all the way to Calexico, which is south of here. It's right across the border from Mexicali. And our plan was to stay there in a Walmart parking lot at Mexicali, or at Calexico. Sorry, it's closing the window because I think there's some creepers out there watching me. Okay, so anyways, we went down to the Walmart in Calexico, and the drive over here was not great. We are really overloaded. This trailer fully loaded probably weighs about 5,500 pounds, maybe 6,000 pounds. The 4Runner's rated for 5,000 pounds towing. I kind of knew this was a problem, that we were going to be overloaded, but in the past, we've only taken the trailer camping for short times, or we lived in it for a while, but we didn't go anywhere. So it really wasn't a big deal that was overloaded. I mean, you just drive slow, compensate, all that, and it wasn't really a problem. But to get over here, we had to come through the mountains. You go up to over 4,000 feet, and it's there's some steep parts going up and down. There's some curves, and it was not horrible driving, but it was a little bit of white knuckle driving here and there. And we started thinking about what's it going to be like driving this thing in Mexico, where the roads aren't to the same standards as they are in the US. If we were just going straight down to San Felipe and staying there for a month or two, and then going over to Ensenada, and then we'd be there permanently and eventually buy a house and sell the RV. But then we changed our plan, and we really want to do a whole road trip down the entire Baja Peninsula all the way to Cabo and come back up. And so the problem is, this is not really a safe situation. I don't think we're gonna be able to safely go all the way down to Cabo and back up with this trailer. This trailer is 53 years old. It might not even make it down to Cabo and back here. Man, we really didn't think this through. We're kind of idiots. We don't really know what we're gonna do yet. There's a lot of options on the table. There's the option of buying a different tow vehicle, towing this trailer down to Mexico, and driving until the wheels fall off, you know, somewhere in Baja. You know, other options we were looking at is buy a motorhome, a Class A or Class C, where, you know, you're driving it, it has an engine, it's all one unit. Then tow the 4Runner behind the motorhome. That may be an option. You know, 4Runners aren't really designed to tow, flat tow, so I'm gonna have to do some research and figure out what's going on there. There's other options of sell the whole kit and caboodle and get a new vehicle and a new motorhome and take that down, or just bag the whole thing and we'll just tow this thing out in the desert here, right here somewhere in Calexico, and live out here. There are going to be big things coming here soon. I don't think we're going to go to Mexico until we have this worked out. We ended up trading in the 4Runner and getting a Toyota Tundra. We need to get a tow vehicle that could handle the weight of the trailer. So the reason that we are now considering trading in this Silver Streak and getting a new trailer is that, you know, we've lived in this trailer before. We lived in it for like a month and a half, but we were stationary. We went to a park while we were looking for a house in California, and we stayed there for a month and a half. And when you're stationary, you're not moving, you're there for a month and a half, you can you outload a lot of stuff out of the trailer. We had a shed that we had quite a bit of stuff in. You know, you've got your table, your chairs, all your stuff outside, and a lot of that takes up a lot of room. And you can even store extra soda, extra water, that type of thing outside. What we really didn't anticipate, we didn't think about, is that going on a road trip like we're going to be doing, we're going to be moving locations every 2, 3, 4 days, which means you got to pack up the trailer, get it ready to roll, and move every 3 or 4 days. And the problem with that is that, you know, we have to bring everything into the trailer. Then there's stuff, you know, right now we've got it cleared out, but, you know, before on the way down here, you know, you end up, I have to bring soda and water back here to put in the very back in the bathroom to try to equalize the weight for the tongue. Otherwise, if everything's up front by the front door, you know, up there, then there's too much weight in the front. So then you get to where you're going and you got a bunch of stuff piled up here, and you got a bunch of stuff piled up in the front. And, you know, if you're only gonna stay for one night, that you just say, forget it. We'll just leave it, we'll crawl over it, we'll deal with it. Well, that isn't gonna be real. For living in this thing for months or maybe years, you know, that really isn't gonna be a realistic scenario to, you know, be crawling over and have stuff, you know, piled all over in here all the time. And, you know, it would be nice to have some more space. As you can see here, you know, literally I'm in a 2-foot wide hallway that is like 14 feet long, and then there's a little bit of area here in the front you can see, but you know, this trailer for long-term living is not the ideal scenario. So we're gonna trade it in. We're going to you know, work on getting a more modern trailer. So we bought a new trailer, Silver Streak. We still got it because we can't take our delivery of our trailer for a couple more days while they're getting it ready. So we are currently in the Tundra, pulling the Silver Streak, showed out the back there, and we are headed to Havasu for spring break. Because who doesn't want to go to Havasu for spring break? I mean, come on. Well, we are here in Lake Havasu. We have a incredible spot right on the lake, and we're taking our last trip in the Silver Streak. Then tomorrow we head back to trade in the Silver Streak for our new trailer. This is the last video that will ever be made in the Silver Streak. It is completely cleaned out and we are trading it in on our new trailer. And so this is goodbye for this Silver Streak. You know, I put a lot of work into this, but it feels good. It's gonna go to somebody else. They're gonna be able to enjoy it, and we are gonna be able to enjoy our new trailer. So, our new trailer is a 30-foot, and it is, of course, a modern trailer. Going to have a lot more room. It's got a slide out on the other side, and we are almost ready to go. So we are going to pack up the rest of our stuff. We just spent 2 hours loading from the Silver Streak to the new trailer. We're going to close this up. We're gonna drive an hour to El Centro and to where we're staying for the next couple days while we get our trailer all set up. Make sure we got all the bugs worked out of it. One side of the entryway, you have this nice little shoe rack with some junk drawers and an area just to throw down some stuff when you come in. The other side, you have a big cabinet we're using as a wardrobe, and on the left side here, you've got the kitchen, and it's a beautiful big kitchen, refrigerator. And then you go around this way, there's a set of recliners, and then the dinette. And I use the dinette area as my office. In the back here, there's a bedroom with a door, because as you all know, I'm crazy and I get up way earlier than Esperanza, so this way I can shut the door and she can sleep in. Queen bed, you know, nightstands and storage around the queen bed and storage under. Another TV up here on the wall that I just put in. Lastly, there's the bathroom. So the bathroom's actually got a nice amount of storage. It's got an RV toilet, but it's actually a pretty big RV toilet and it's a porcelain base, so that's nice. We already replaced the faucet. It just had one of the really cheap faucets that they put in here, and it was really low. The sink is kind of small, but it's usable. It's not too bad. And I have this closed, the shower closed, because it's dirty. So let me open it up. See that? It is a roll-up shower door. That is really cool because it totally gets out of the way. The entire shower opens up. We got a bunch of junk in here. We went swimming yesterday. The shower is really decent size. It's got a skylight over the top of it. Well, once again, we got problems. The trailer we tried to get license plates for today before we head to Mexico. That didn't work out. We can't get license plates for it. We've got temporary paper license plates from Arizona and a temporary registration application from Arizona. And we have, that is for the trailer. And for the truck, we have temporary California paper license plates and temporary registration on the truck. Our next video might be from Mexican jail. Okay, here comes Esperanza out of the immigration office. Let's hope she was successful in getting us 180 days on our tourist cards so that we can travel all the way around Baja. Let's see.
Guess how many days?
How many days?
180 days.
Great success!
Definitely. He was so nice and helpful. Helped me fill everything out.
These guys, if you gotta come across the border, come to Mexicali East. Mexicali 2 they call it. This border crossing, everybody has been awesome. They're
Super
really nice. I thought I'd add a little context here about the 180 days since most people probably have no idea what that means. When you enter Mexico, they give you a tourist visa, which is an FMM, and it used to be that you would automatically get a tourist visa for 180 days. But now they have changed that in the last 6 months or so, and they are no longer giving out 180-day visas automatically. A lot of the time they're just giving a visa for the length of the trip that you can prove you're taking. So for our RV trip, we needed a visa for that would cover whatever amount of trip we want to do. And so that's why we were so excited that we got the full 180-day visa. And the other good thing about this visa is when you cross the land border in your vehicle, they give you a 180-day visa. You can keep that visa. You can go back to the US as many times as you want and come back, and that visa is good for the full 180 days, whether or not you leave the country during that time or not. Whereas if you fly in and they give you a visa, they take that visa back and invalidate it when you leave the country and fly out on your flight. So it's no good. You can't use it again the next time you come into the country. Here's a view of the US border wall from the Mexico side. Excuse the shaky video in this clip, we're still getting used to the GoPro. This is a military checkpoint just north of San Felipe, and even though the military has some hardware on display here, they are very friendly and professional, and we always felt safe. So we made it to San Felipe. Here we are at Playa Hawaii, and as far as you can see all the way down to the mountain, and as far as you can see the other way, all the way down the beach, not a single person. We are the only 2 people on this beach today.